Tu okoliczni mieszkańcy chrześcijańscy, tak, bo już przecież społeczności żydowskiej nie było, widzieli właśnie, jak dwóch żandarmów, zresztą znane są nazwiska z tych żandarmów, Gawer i Subota,
The two gendarmes, Gaver and Subota,
konwojowali właśnie te 7 osób tutaj na cmentarz.
brought them here, those victims, 7.
W pewnym momencie było słychać strzały,
And you could hear the shootings.
a za krótki czas żandarmi wracali już sami.
And then they were going back without the victims.
A
People
więc-
around, from surrounding houses, people had seen all this action.
A więc te 7 osób zostało tutaj zastrzelonych i od razu pochowanych. Niestety dzisiaj miejsce pochówku nie jest znane.
But we don't know exactly where they were buried here, in which place exactly.
Na podstawie własnych badań ustaliłam 3 miejsca, gdzie mogą być pochowane.
But I esteemed more or less where could it be.
Ale może się okazać, że wszystkie 3 miejsca to są mogiły zbiorowe.
But I might come to the conclusion that all these 3 places are the mass graves actually.
Być może uda się, tak jak w przypadku tych 2 mogił, przy których zostały przeprowadzone badania nieinwazyjne, gdzie potwierdzono faktycznie, że tutaj leżą kości.
Maybe to conduct maybe the research could be conducted here, non-invasive research.
W grupie tej kilka nazwisk jest znanych, między innymi był Josel Goltz.
That group was Josel Goltz.
Przed wojną miał sklep papierniczy na rogu dzisiejszej ulicy 1 Maja i Rynku, mniej więcej w tym miejscu, gdzie dzisiaj stoi Lewiatan.
He owned a shop in the central square of the Crimson.
W czasie, kiedy istniało getto, Josel Goltz stał na czele Judenratu.
Josel was the head of Judenrat.
Był to organ, który musiał, już kończyć, który został utworzony na polecenie Niemców, a głównym jego zadaniem było organizacja życia w getto.
Not organized life in ghetto. Okay, thank you, Sabina, very much.
Dziękuję, więc o tych
worthy
3 na
words.
razie wiadomo.
Now I think it's time for the prayer, and we will ask our kosher guest from Eretz Israel to sagen Kaddish bei uns.
יתגדל ויתקדש שם רבה, בעל מה דיברה כרעותה והמליך מלכותה, וחייכון ויומכון, וחיי לכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר, ויתעלה ויתהלל שמה דקודשה בריחו. לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, תאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה בחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
And our guest has brought the earth from Eretz Israel. I wonder whether he could spread this earth around the graves here.
Actually, I brought this soil from Israel, and you can join if you want.
Możecie podejść i wziąć tą ziemię.
Maybe
Proszę, zapraszamy.
Where is the mass grave?
the mass grave is here. Yes.
Mirku, weź jedną i zapal. Nie zapalić. This is a mayor of the Krinki, the lady in black. So maybe she can, you can give her. Może pani może zapalić ją jedną. Yeah, for those who don't know, this is a mayor of Krinki.
Andrzej, if you can hear me, ask the mayor to say something.
Proszę, żeby pani parę słów powiedziała. Mogę pani powiedzieć coś?
Ojej.
Ja spróbuję przetłumaczyć.
Tak. Smutna rocznica, smutne wydarzenie. Cieszymy się, że są ludzie, może niewielu, ale są, którzy pamiętają, którzy pielęgnują tą pamięć.
It's a sad anniversary and sad occasion, but we're glad that there are people that still remember what happened 80 years ago.
Serce boli, jak się słyszy te historie. Jest wzruszenie.
Our hearts are bleeding.
Tragiczne emocje ludzi, mieszkańców.
Our hearts are bleeding over the lives of those who perished here in Krinki 80 years ago.
Ta ziemia jest ich ziemią, tak jak tutaj osób mieszkających. Zawsze jest otwarta dla nich i dla rodzin, które tutaj przyjeżdżają, odwiedzają.
This land is their land as well as those who live here now, and the Krinki are always open to those who want to come and commemorate those who lived here.
Dzisiejsza rocznica zbiega się z świętem chrześcijan, wszystkich świętych. Dzisiaj jest Dzień Zaduszny.
Today is so happens that it's also a Catholic holiday of I don't know how to say it, the Dzień Zaduszny. All Saints was yesterday, wasn't it? Okay, it's All Saints Day.
Tym bardziej dobrze jest, że jesteśmy tutaj dzisiaj wszyscy razem i czcimy pamięć osób, które tragicznie zmarły w czasie okupacji niemieckiej. Niech spoczywają w tej ziemi w spokoju.
And therefore it's good that we're all here and we can commemorate those who died here And this word is from me yesterday was all what I thought was All Saints Day, when all the Catholics visit the grave. Yesterday was a holiday in Poland, and everybody was visiting graves. So it's in a way it's a good coincidence that we're doing this today on the day of liquidation of Krynki ghetto. And thank you very much. Thank you.
Andrzej, thank her for from all the Krinkers around the world for inspiring remarks.
Dziękuję pani wszyscy za inspiring remarks, jak powiedzieć, inspirujące słowa.
I think it's time to go to the
Maybe he tells something about the family. You do that in other
going
ways.
to this message.
Andrzej, what did he place there?
What did you place here?
This is, well, actually, it's a few words of hope, because my grandfather did manage to come to Israel just before the war, and he is the sole survivor of his family, actually him and his cousin. I'm talking about the brothers. And he came to Israel as a pioneer, Chalutz, and actually took part in building 3 ports in Israel. He was a seaman, so he built the Jaffa port, Tel Aviv port, and the Ashdod port. And this he got when he retired. He got it from the port of Ashdod, and for me it's a symbol of coming from this soul that we're talking about, helping in building the state of Israel. And I just took something from him to show him that we came back, that we came to pay honor and love to the family. For me, it's very exciting.
Thank you. That's absolutely great to hear that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So this is your great.
One of the names, yeah. Heikel Olian. Actually, this is the grandfather of my grandfather. And actually, he's the only one that we know what happened to him. You know? Well, we know that the others didn't survive, but we don't know what exactly happened. And actually, he was shot in bed on the evening of Pesach, of Passover, 1942, at the age of around 100. Yeah, and he's buried here.
Let's go.
So we're leaving now and we're gonna walk to the synagogue, where there will be more events prepared by Joanna here. I will walk with the camera for a while, but when I need to drive there, so I will turn it off for like 5 minutes. So I'll let you know when that happens, and I'll ask you to bear with me.
Wow.
Your car is open.
Oh, that's fine.
For those of us on Zoom, if you want to open up your mics and share any thoughts.
Absolutely,
please
yeah.
do.
Can I ask, can we get a list of the tombstones that are of the names of the people on the tombstones there?
It's available online somewhere. There is a list. give me your email address in the chat, and that'll be my reminder to look it up for you.
Okay.
I just walk aside a little to show you how big the place is. As far as Tomek tells me that this is the biggest small town Jewish cemetery in Poland. And even here, as you can see, if you go into the brush, there's still more matzevas there.
Yeah, you can see how much work is ahead.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And
For
I don't know
those
if you can,
Go ahead, Andrzej.
no, I just wanted to say that way back there, I don't know if you see it on the horizon, that's a Catholic cemetery, I think, or but either Catholic or Russian Orthodox. I'm not sure.
Is there a Muslim cemetery around Krinky?
Yes, there is one in Bohoniki. Yes.
Yeah, how far is that away?
I don't know, 20 kilometers maybe.
Okay.
Not,
Yeah.
but it's there, and it's still in operation because there's still Muslim community, Tartar community that lives there, right?
Yeah, that's amazing to know that there are Muslims living in Krinky and around that area. It's hard to believe.
Bob, if I may address the people who are with us today, because I have another meeting I need to go, but before leaving, I would like to express my sincere appreciation for all that the Krinky Verein is doing, and especially today for the organization of this ceremony. I believe that this is of a great importance, showing that many stakeholders, many partners working together can really bring a change not only to the cemetery, but also to the knowledge and understanding of importance of the Jewish community that was for centuries creating the landscape in Krinky and in the surrounding areas. And I believe that what we are experiencing today is that this memory will stay with the local today's inhabitants of Krinky for the years to come. So thank you again for the organization, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you one day in Poland. Thank you again.
Yeah. Well, thank you for all of your efforts, and thank you for your ongoing friendship. You've been absolutely wonderful.
Hi, this is Luta again. Can I ask a question?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Is there a registration or a listing of people who are buried at the cemetery? There's some members of our family who died before the Holocaust, and we have no records of deaths, marriages, births, nothing. Is there any information available somewhere?
If Mark Halpern's still online, Mark is the one to answer that question.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Mark, are you there?
I am. Could you repeat your question, please?
Luda wants to know if there are any records, archival records with births, marriages, deaths, whatever, any documents from Krinky. You and I have spoken about this. So, please repeat. to Luda and everyone else what you know about records from Krinky.
In Poland, there are no Jewish vital records that have survived for Krinky. There are a couple of years of records in the archives in Grodno, which JRI Poland is going to index, but these are years of 1843 and 1852. So they're back in history many years. There are also some revision lists at the archives in Grodno. Again, the JRI Poland will be extracting those. So there is some hope that you'll have some information, but it's not a lot of information. The kind of information that most people are used to seeing for their ancestors are Jewish vital records, and those really are not, have not survived.
Thank you.
Mark, can you, at one point you told me that you thought that the records that were in Krinky were moved east by the Russians to avoid being destroyed by the Germans. You want?
I never said that. I heard that rumor.
Okay.
But nobody's ever found those records anywhere in the Soviet Union. Now the archives were open at one time to Westerners. I'm not sure about it now, but the archives in Moscow were open, and nobody's ever found any records from Poland, vital records.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I tell you what, I was thinking about, because I need to start driving and getting offline for a while, but Tomek is with me. Maybe I can ask him to hold the camera so you can see what Krinky looks like right now on the way to the synagogue. So
can Tomek hear us? Hi, Tomek.
Drive? No, I will drive, and you'll carry this.
Okay. Inside the car.
Yeah.
Hello, Tomek. It's so good to see you.
Oh, it works. It works. Asia, możesz porozmawiać.
Nie, to ja chcę, żeby to samochody
może ja wsiądę z przodu. No.
Tak, ty wsiądziesz. Tak, o teraz, a jak teraz to co? Ja nie wiem, o co chodzi. Kamerę ja mam odwrócić.
Kasia wejdzie do tyłu. Sorry, guys. Okay, wsiądź najpierw.
O kurczę, dobra.
Oni cały czas są na tym, że tak nie odwrotnie, to dla siebie pokazujesz.
Dobrze, przepraszam. It's okay.
No, Mirek zrobił dobrą robotę, sprowadził panią burmistrz samą. Nie.
Oni chcą tak troszeczkę temu okrętu zobaczyć, tak?
Jeszcze myślę, co mam wyłączyć.
No jasne. Jeszcze tak to nigdy do siebie nie mogę.
Airstrikes.
My jesteśmy cały czas na żywo. Tak, słyszą.
Bardzo dobrze.
So yeah, we're driving from the cemetery, as you can tell, toward the synagogue. That's what this looks like today.
I remember there was just simply gravel road, not easy to drive. Now I see government, they did something new and it looks quite nice. Cobblestones and with little sidewalk in the middle.
It's actually interesting. The sidewalk is in the middle of the road rather than.
Tak, tak. Panie Andrzeju. Synagogę masz przed sobą.
Jakoś udostępnione, bo nie wszyscy można.
Będzie. Tak,
Ja to wszystko nagrywam.
ja wiem, bardzo dobrze. No tak. Synagoga.
This is Kaukas Synagogue.
Asiu, wiesz co, weź,
Ja to
Andrzej
ci
pierwszy
wezmę.
wyjdzie. Od Majka.
I love that remarkable photo in the lower right-hand pane. I think I've spotted that gentleman in other pictures. If you look to the picture to the left, I think he's in there. He may be in the biking picture above the first picture. See, look at that.
Yeah, there are more pictures in the other windows, but they're high enough that I won't be able to reach them. So
Yeah, right. Are those pictures temporary or permanent?
I don't know. We will ask.
Yeah.
It says here that these pictures come from Pinkas book and from the collection held here at the cultural center, which is now located housed in the synagogue.
Yeah.
Hi, Bob. It's Luta again. Is there a way of posting those pictures on the Kehila page, on the Krinky page?
I'll work with you on that.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so let me go inside. Everybody's already inside.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Right. Oh, okay. Maybe you are interested to know that the Kafka's Beis Midrash was built by the grandfather of the famous poet Yosel Cohen. You know, Yosel Cohen wrote the book As It Happened Yesterday, which I translated, and he describes all his family. And he tells us that his great-grandfather, who came from Cherbourg, built this Kafka's Midrash, Kafka's Beis Midrash.
Interesting.
Yosel Prushansky was his real name.
Is that typewriter there in Yiddish?
No.
Okay.
No.
I've tried to identify some of the people in the pictures, but so far haven't been able to.
Do środeczka, do kółeczka.
No kółeczka dla miasta.
This is the first time I'm seeing the interior of this building.
Yeah.
Even though it's obviously not like it was, it's still really exciting to feel like we're inside of it.
Yeah.
So the pictures that on the outside, so you can there are these printed on this net. So from the inside, you can't even see them. So I assume they're
Right,
permanent.
yeah. Yes and no. You could always peel them off. I was in the sign business and we did prints like that.
Yeah. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is we didn't put them just for like a week or two. They're probably here for a while.
Yeah, but it's a very, very, very touching gesture on their part.
Nie masz Tomku czegoś takiego, że miałem mógł to postawić, tak? Okej, dobrze. Wytrzymam.
Can I start now? Second part of our commemoration. So welcome everyone. Witam wszystkich w synagodze kawkaskiej w Krynkach. We are united here, and I read somewhere that God in Jewish religion symbolizes unity. That the unity is the main aim of the Jewish way to God. This is what I heard. What can say our Kosher Gast about it?
Po polsku właśnie.
Chciałam powiedzieć, że tutaj się zjednoczyliśmy razem. To jest coś niesamowitego. I że czytałam w książce opisującej zasady religii żydowskiej, że żydowski Bóg symbolizuje jedność i że tą drogą do Boga jest jedność. I właśnie zapytałam naszego szanownego gościa z Eretz Izrael, pana Tomera Herz, what does he think about it? His opinion. What I said about unity and the meaning of God in Jewish religion. I said that I've read that in Jewish religion the meaning of God is unity, and the only way to God is towards unity. Am I right? Yes, thank you very much. I prepared